Welcome to the Cougar Connection podcast. Today we are talking to the February Teacher of the Month, Mrs. Gronewald. Congratulations and thank you for taking the time to sit down with me today.
Thanks.
So let's start off with just what inspired you to become a teacher?
I kind of wanted to be a teacher a lot of my life, but I feel like that's like every little girl is like, oh, I want to be a teacher. I'm going to be a kindergarten teacher. And then I kind of thought about not teaching and maybe being a lawyer at one point. And then I was like, but that was like kind of like a junior high dream. And then once I got into high school, I was like, no, I do want to be a teacher, but the little kids all day long it's not for me. And I just really loved math. So, and like in junior high and high school, I would like tutor my friends and stuff, you know, helping them with their homework. And I really liked it. So thought I'd go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. You always knew you wanted to be math, but did you know like high school, junior high? Did you always know high school? Like whenever you decided?
Absolutely high school. Junior high is too close to the small children. Like I just can't.
Yeah.
I like the high school kids. I like the maturity level of the high school kids.
Yeah.
It just
works
out better for me.
A little pushing it.
Sometimes, but
most of us are fine. So it's always been math and it's always been high school, but if you could change that, like if you could change your subject and your grade level, would you do it? Like what would you do?
I don't think I would change the grade level. I really like doing high school. I don't think there's any other subject I would actually be good at teaching.
But if you could.
But if I actually had the ability to do it, I think teaching something like in the shop would be a lot of fun to like build things. Like it's just really cool to like that kind of stuff. The hands-on stuff is really cool. I just don't have that talent to be able to do that.
Unfortunately, me neither. I have taken a few shop classes.
But I think it would be a lot of fun to do something like that.
I can wire a light switch.
Nice.
I don't know if I would electrocute myself the first few times.
It'll be fine.
But I could figure it out eventually.
Yeah, it'd be okay.
Oh, might die from
Maybe.
It, but it's okay. It's whatever. What life lessons has prepared you for like this time in your life? Like we're post-COVID and you had to teach through all of that. That was insane, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. And then, like, you have a kid, you're just settled down and everything.
Yeah, I think that COVID taught me that I'm more resilient than I thought, and that I can make it work.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of part of teaching anyway. Like, things go wrong and you have to, like, figure it out and make it work. But that really pushed us to make a lot of changes very quickly. And so I think it just kind of, like, it tested all of us on what do you really have and what can you really do. And I think it showed a lot of people that they can do more than they thought.
Yeah. How old was Logan whenever COVID hit?
When we went remote, like after spring break that first year, when we didn't finish out the school year, Logan was in his second year of pre-K. So he missed the end of pre-K. And then the year that we were doing the 1:30 dismissals and we kept getting like shut down and in and out of quarantine, that was kindergarten. So he did kindergarten half on a computer, not here all day. So
as a teacher
it was
and a
crazy.
parent, what did you notice? Like what have you noticed that has like changed?
I think, well, for Logan's class in particular, I noticed that they didn't learn to read as quickly as kids usually do because they were gone so much of kindergarten, and trying to do all that stuff online is really hard for those kids. And so it kind of slowed learning to read. And then in first grade, they were playing catch up from losing time from kindergarten from the 1:30 dismissals. And so it wasn't really until second grade that I felt like they really kind of took off and got kind of back up where they needed to be. Yeah. So it was weird.
He's in third grade.
He's in third grade now, yeah.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, he's getting old.
Yeah. What was your very first job? Talk about your very first teaching job and like your very first like high school job.
Okay, so my very first job period, I was 16 and I worked in the Menard County Fair office for a whole 3 weeks. the office, like everybody works for 2 weeks before the fair starts, cleaning everything and getting everything ready, you know, people doing their entries for all of the different shows and stuff. And then the week of the fair, and then it's just done. It's a 3-week job in the summer. So, but it was fun. Most of the time we were in air conditioning, the office staff. We didn't spend a lot of time outside. We had to do a little bit of outside cleaning stuff. I worked a lot of the livestock shows. You have to have people like keeping the records at the livestock shows and handing out, like giving the ribbons to the fair queen to hand to the winners and stuff. So I worked a lot of those shows, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun. It's a different, because like my cousins showed pigs, and like I went to a few of their shows, and it was like super cool just to see how it all worked and everything.
Yeah, and how the different animals are shown differently, like pigs versus sheep. There was a llama show. Wow, the cows cool. And rabbits, like it's all so different depending on the animal, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I learned a lot from that.
So what about your first like teaching job?
My first teaching job, no, it wasn't here. It was straight out of college. Like I had a job before I ever graduated, so that was nice to not have to stress. And it was in Riverton.
Oh, yeah. You were at Riverton. You taught there for...
I was there for 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
And then is that when you worked with Aunt Sarah? Like after that?
After I left there, then yeah, that was when I worked with your Aunt Sarah at SIU.
Yeah. And then you came here.
And then I came here.
And you've been here for...
This is year 9.
I was going to say 8, dang it.
This is year 9.
Oh.
Because Logan's almost 9. I came here, like, he was born in June, and I took maternity leave from SIU, and I never went back there.
Yeah.
Like, I came straight here off my maternity leave.
I do remember that. You were telling us that last year.
Yeah.
Just a preface, I'm very superstitious. I think you know this because I would do some weird things during, like, pre-calc tests and everything, and if it worked, it worked, and if it didn't, then I never did it again.
Right.
But do you have any, like, superstitions for, like, the first day of school, or, like, something that you always do?
No, I'm not a very superstitious person.
Comes from my sister. She's superstitious athlete, and then it just came from that. And
and I think that happens a lot with athletes. I think they have a lot of, like, superstitions and rituals. No, I've never been very superstitious. So I don't really have anything like I have to do this on the first day of school kind of thing. It's more just like the routine of, you know, the first day of school, we talk about the syllabus, and like there's certain things that I say when I'm going through the syllabus in every class. Like it's not necessarily written in the syllabus, but it's like where I kind of go off script, but it's the same thing every time. So
like, you know, you have to say it.
Right. It's just kind of a routine more than a superstition.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's just like, it's weird. Like I would sit on the back of your chairs.
Yes. Yeah.
A lot.
You did.
And I still do that in Spanish whenever. You can ask Senora. It's a habit.
For good luck.
Yeah. And it's good because she always never puts a person behind me.
Yeah, that works.
Because
she knows.
Yeah.
Well, and I think there are people that have that with tests. Like last year, Ava had to use this one particular purple pen on her quizzes and tests because the one time that she didn't use that, she didn't do as well. So she was sure that it was the purple pen making her do well on her quiz and test.
She used a pen in calculus?
It was one of those friction pens, so it could erase.
Oh, okay.
But it was a purple friction pen, and if she didn't use the purple friction pen, then she would definitely fail. She was sure of it.
So scared for her that she used a pen in calculus.
No, it was a friction pen. It erases. It's fine.
Wow. Okay. You had me scared that she did not pass calculus. But she in fact did. Don't worry, everyone.
Yeah, no. The pen eventually ran out of ink, and she had to use a pencil, and she still passed with a pencil. It was okay. Oh, wow. It was okay.
But I'm sure there was tears.
Well, there's always tears in calculus. It's really hard.
Over the pen? But is there tears over the pen?
I don't know if there were actual tears over the pen, but she was pretty sad.
Oh, poor thing.
But calculus is stressful.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Fair enough.
I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Sometimes taking calculus is not what's been best for your mental health.
Yeah, because
it's really stressful.
For nursing, do I?
No, you don't.
Well, that's good because I didn't.
You really didn't even need pre-calc for nursing.
I didn't, but I did it.
You were brave, and you did it, and you did fine.
I was brave, and then I worked really, really hard, and Miss Gronewald noticed, and I felt very, very proud of myself.
You did. You worked really, really hard.
So.
And that was, I mean, even though you didn't need the actual pre-calc, like that was a lesson you learned about how to work really hard.
Yeah, because I didn't.
And that will definitely be useful in nursing school because nursing school is hard.
Yeah, because the thing is, I would work hard, but my work hard before pre-calc was nothing. It was literally nothing, and I can tell you that pre-calc literally made me, like, actually work hard and, like, actually study rather than just, like, looking over it once and you're done.
Right, yeah.
Because before that, I would just be like, yeah, I know everything. I don't need to do the study guide.
Right, like, I paid attention in class, and I can just read through my notes real quick, and I'll be fine. Because, I was the same way in high school, and I went to college not really knowing how to study properly because I never really needed to.
I had trouble studying, like, properly because I didn't actually figure out how, like, that I needed to try in pre-calc until, like, second semester.
Right.
So I only got a little bit of actually trying.
Right, but you know that you can do it.
Yeah,
you can work hard and you can figure it out when you need to.
Yeah, I'm capable. And then this year I don't want to say, like, screwed myself, but I kind of did because I don't really have any hard classes. I mean, obviously Spanish is hard, but I've always been a little bit better at Spanish.
It came a little easier than other things.
It comes a little, and that's weird to say. But, like, I've always had a little bit of a leg up, I feel like.
Right.
But I don't know. This year I've also kind of, like, slacked off a little bit, so I need to get back in the game. But then chemistry is pretty hard, too.
Yeah. But I think, when you're choosing your major and your career path, you kind of pick something you're good at. So, it's very sciencey, and so it won't be as bad. I mean, nobody's going to say, oh, I really want to major in something that is really hard for me and I'm really bad at it, but I'm going to choose to put myself through that.
Yeah, I'm going to major in something that I failed in high school.
Right,
no one's going to do that.
Exactly. So I think that helps a little bit when you go to college, that, the classes are hard, but it's something that you can do.
Yeah.
So,
and, like,
and you
with
want
nursing,
to, so you push
everyone has to, like, especially at ISU, everyone has to take the same classes, like, every year.
Right.
So, like, since I have dual credit classes, I won't have to take those freshman year, but I can't take any of, like, my sophomore year classes because it's on a very set schedule at ISU. So the classes that I am taking, everyone has to take those, and then I can make friends and do all that.
Yes, and then we
study
groups. Yes, that is one of the amazing things. Yeah, like I found my my freshman year. It was second semester of my freshman year. I met another kid that was also a math major in the honors program, wanted to be a teacher, and we took almost all of our classes together for like the next 3 years. So that was really nice. Like you meet those people that are doing the same thing as you, and you form these like little groups. And so that's really nice.
Yeah, I'm excited for college. I'm excited to come back and see how everyone here is doing too.
Yeah.
Because I will be coming back. There will be an open house. I'm manifesting it for the new building edition thing, right? There will be.
I don't know. There probably should be.
Nancy told me there is, and she knows everything.
She does know everything.
So I'm going to come back, and I'm going to see everything, and I'm going to be so jealous, and I'm going to say hi to everyone.
And you're going to tell us all how you're thriving in college. So now you have to. You have to thrive because now you have to come and tell us that. You don't want to come back and because everyone is going to ask how college is. You don't want to come back and be like, well, I've been skipping class, and I'm not doing very well.
Yeah.
Like, that's embarrassing. So you
Probably
have to
not do that.
You have to thrive so you can tell people.
Yeah, as long as the open house isn't, like, in the first month, I'll be fine. Because I feel like the classes won't be hard. Well, they will be. But, like, that won't be the challenging part for me. It's going to be, like, being away from my mom.
Right. Yeah.
And my friends.
The adjustment to being with different people. And, it's an adjustment.
That's going to be the difficult part.
And especially coming from a small town when you've been with the same people for so long.
Literally.
And then you're not anymore.
Like,
it's kind of hard.
I don't know any of my, like, teachers or professors or anything.
Right.
And, like, going into high school, I knew everyone because of my sister.
Right.
Like, I knew you because Kendall had you for 4 years.
Right.
And I knew, like, Miss Brock and Miss Stroge because, and Senora, like,
because
I
Kendall
knew
had them all.
everyone.
Right.
Because my sister. And now I don't know anybody. And it's scary.
But it'll be okay.
We have faith in Canada.
Yeah, you're going to be great.
Well, once again, congratulations, Miss Gronewald, on your accomplishment.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking the time to sit down with me today. Make sure to look out for the next Cougar Connection podcast coming soon to you.